And we're going to talk about our Christmas traditions because I find that, now we have our own families. We're complete. We've completed our little families of four. And what's really fun is you can kind of bring in some of the traditions from your childhood if you want to, but you can also start your own. And I have found so many great ideas from other moms, and I thought, why don't we just share the things that we're implementing in our houses with the listeners, and then you guys can share with us on social media, in our DMs, find us, and let's just all share and come up with epic, magical holiday moments, right?
So cute. Love.
Okay, should we go back and forth? What do you
Yeah,
think?
let's do it.
Okay, kick us off.
Okay, so our first one, and this is something that we did growing up with my family, was matching PJs.
Love it.
And so the past, I guess, 4 years since I've been with Jason, like we've done matching PJs. And then when we had Kaya, we did matching PJs. And so now we have the four of us matching PJs. We get them on Thanksgiving. This is something new that we're doing. So it's not like you're just wearing them on Christmas. You
I
can wear
like
them on
that.
Thanksgiving, you can wear them on Christmas Eve, and it feels like you're getting a little more like wear out of them instead of just like, oh, I'm gonna wear like gingerbread men for one night only. Although
This is
we also,
economical. I
yes,
like
we
it.
also did plaid because I do feel like plaid is like more long lasting than, Santa is on your PJs.
Yes.
Anyways, yeah, matching PJs. I think it's so cute. I think like showing the girls, like, look, we're all wearing the same thing is so fun. And then, yeah, opening them on Thanksgiving, basically a month early. That's the first thing.
So I
I think
like that. And I
everyone
kind of
does
want
that,
to,
right?
well, I think not on Thanksgiving. And I will
Okay.
say that something I started this year that I plan to do going forward is giving the girls their PJs on December 1st,
Also,
along with a few Christmas books. So it's like a way to kind of get in the spirit and start, every night reading about Christmas and like, so I did that. And my sister did this great thing, an advent calendar, but with Christmas books. So every day her son opens a book and it's like 25 days of Christmas. And I said, well, what are you going to do next year? And she said, I'm just going to rewrap the same books and like maybe swap a few out. He won't know. He's only
right,
reading them, but I thought that
right.
was cute too.
I love that.
Um,
Super cute.
yeah. I what I'm really some I read this on social media, of course. Anytime you ever hear me say like I read something, I watched it on TikTok is what I really mean. But there's something like, and it's a great point that kids really only at most believe real quick, if you have littles listening, pause this real quick. Pause this real quick. Disclaimer. Okay. They only believe in Santa for 8 years, probably at most. Unless you're me and you believed in Santa until you got your first period, you know, I'm an outlier. But you only have so many years to like make that Christmas magic. So I'm doing some things to like make the kids like enhance that Santa experience. So I bought a Santa costume. And on Christmas Eve, Andrew is going to run across the yard after dinner with jingle bells in the Santa outfit, like with a big old belly.
Oh my gosh.
So there's that. And I think we're going to do it every year. And then I'm going to, on Christmas Eve, have boots that I'm going to dip into powdered sugar or flour.
I
And
saw that.
so it looks like snow and make little footprints coming out of the fireplace towards the tree where all the presents are. So it looks like, Santa's been here.
Yeah.
And then
It's
this is
nice when
something
you live somewhere where there's actually snow.
that's right. Well, hey,
California, I don't know.
but it's magic. So you could say, oh, he brought in his snow from the North Pole.
Right.
You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Or his boots just like leave trail of sugar or something. And then the other thing is, and I've done this forever. I used to do this for all my friends' kids, is we make reindeer food leading up to Christmas. So it's like oatmeal with sprinkles and glitter in it. And on Christmas Eve, you go and you sprinkle it on the lawn, and it's so that Santa's reindeer can find your house.
And then they can have a snack,
That's right.
a nibble.
Yeah. So those are all like the Santa
That's really
lore.
cute. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for next year because then I think our girls will get you know,
Yes,
Santa Claus a little bit more, especially Kaya, because you say, 8 years, but really like the first year or two of their life
exactly.
they don't understand. So I love that. Okay, the
Hmm.
next tradition. So Jason's family is Norwegian,
Mm.
and every Christmas morning they make the most amazing treat for breakfast. It's called lefse.
Oh, I've
It
heard of
is,
that.
you've heard of it? It's like this
Yes.
doughy, it's like a really thin, thin crepe almost, and then you put like brown sugar and butter in it.
Oh,
It's heavenly. And so this year on Christmas Eve, we're gonna make the lefse with our family.
I love that.
And then we'll go to his family's house in the morning on Christmas and have it there as well. But we want to like start doing it here. So we're gonna start doing lefse in the morning and like showing, Kaya how to make it and all this stuff, which I think is gonna be A, delicious and yummy, and B, just like
Yes.
a fun little thing, because it's not just like your own family's traditions that you bring into it, it's like your partner's traditions too, and like you're sort of blending them and marrying them
Yeah.
together. So that's when
And
that
I
we're
love
gonna
that
start
because
doing.
then when the girls are older, it might be
They'll
the
do
thing
it.
that they then, yeah, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
I love it. We do cinnamon rolls, homemade cinnamon rolls, which is
Yum.
pretty basic. Yours is much more special because it's like, you know,
I mean, we do
family
cinnamon
tradition.
rolls like Thanksgiving morning, and they're not homemade. They are Trader Joe's
Listen,
store bought.
also awesome. It doesn't matter. I just
Good.
like the rolling of it. It's,
Yeah.
it's fun. And the kids like to, Dylan loves all that. Next tradition over here is ornament of the year. So I started this with Dylan when she was her first Christmas, and basically, what you do is you buy an ornament that represents that year. So Dylan's first year, it was a pickle ornament because we called her Dill Pickle or, Dilly, all that. So then you write a little letter with like the year on it and why that ornament signified that year. Last year, we got a Chicago sign ornament because we moved to Chicago. This year, we got a world for Collins because she entered the world and I wrote a little letter. And then for Dylan, I got her like BFF, like a BFF heart necklace kind of thing, except ornaments
Yeah.
because she got a best friend for life because her sister was born. So they each have one of those. So ornaments of the year. I like that.
So cute. I love
Oh,
that.
I will say one of my girlfriends was like, don't do it because her husband's mom did the same tradition and she's like, now I'm stuck with all these ugly ornaments.
Well, okay. They're,
Mine are cute.
yeah, they're cute. I was just gonna
Yeah.
say they're not ugly. I
Yeah.
honestly think it's really special, and we don't do like a themed ornament. We just do like a family ornament
Mm.
every year, and we try to get it somewhere like special. And so, last year when we went on our first trip, we got Kaya her ornament in Hawaii, and it's like a baby turtle.
Cute.
This year we got Emma's, and then we also got one in Vancouver because we went to Vancouver, Jason and I. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
just try to do like little memory type ones, and then I'll
Yeah.
order like a special one for the family every year. So like that has all of our names on it. I did struggle with, you put Kaya and Emma, and then do you put Mama and Dada, or do you put Katie and Jason?
Hmm. Mama and
Yeah.
Dada.
That's what
Yeah.
I did. And then
Yeah.
he was like, well, then it's like so generic. And one day they're going to be like, Mama and
They're,
Dad. Like, I'm
they're
like,
never going to call you Katie and Jason.
exactly,
No.
exactly. So that's what I did.
You
But
did you did what I would do.
yeah. Okay, so the next one, and this is one that we're gonna start this year, but I think every Christmas Eve, like while we're waiting for Santa Claus to come and to like go to bed in our matching PJs and stuff, we're gonna have some sort of like homemade treat and watch a Christmas movie. And they'll get to like take turns every year picking which Christmas movie it is that we watch. They both don't do a lot of screen time, obviously, yet. So I think we're gonna start with like the very old school Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer one. Like I'll
The
introduce that
best.
one to them.
The
And I
claymation one.
exactly,
Yeah.
yes, with Hermie the dentist.
Yeah. Cute.
And so Yes, every year I want to like watch a Christmas movie. I want to have the fire going and have like little treats and just be cozy with blankets. And that to be something special that we do before we go to sleep, before Santa
I
comes.
love it. That's really sweet.
Little
We're
movie.
gonna do we started Elf on the Shelf
I saw
per
that.
our last chat,
Yes.
and the elf is going to be bringing the plan that I've kind of implemented around Christmas movies is that the elf is going to bring snacks for a movie one day. And then this elf will be down in our like media room, and I'm going to bomb the elf is going to bomb it with paper chains and like kind of like, Elf, the movie Elf, when he does like all
Yeah.
the paper chains and those snowflakes and stuff and Christmas lights around so it's gonna be a really festive movie. But I'm always gonna make sure the elf introduces
Yes.
the Christmas night,
Love
or
that.
the movie night.
Yeah. I think it's great that you started the elf when you did because if you guys have not caught up on the podcast, go back. Was it last week or the week before we talked about elf? It was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go and listen because we had quite the in-depth talk about Elf on the Shelf. But I think what was so genius is that you didn't start it like the whole month. You waited.
right.
And I
Like
think
last
that,
10 days is what I decided.
yeah, and I think that that's what we will do when we introduce it next year because
Yeah, you burn
it's,
out if you do it the whole month. I don't know how people do that. That's
I don't
insane.
either.
10
Yeah.
days is, I went to Target and,
Planned out the days.
yep.
Yeah, smart.
Um, Okay, the next one for us is Christmas Olympics. It is so much
Ooh.
fun. If you're a family who loves games, this is like I started it last year and it's just a blast. We break up your family into teams. You kind of like draw from a hat. So these
Uh-huh.
teams are like very random. And then you do games like that are all kind of Christmas themed. Like one was you tie an ornament around your waist and you have to like hip thrust so the ornament lands in a cup that's on your waist. They're
This is
all
like with
funny.
this is with extended family and like
This
adults.
is yeah, so this
Okay.
is this is like my parents, my in-laws, my sister and her husband and kids, and like you can have like the toddlers have a game too.
Yeah.
And everyone we did like enough games so that everyone played one game and represented their team. And then I had like medals, gold, silver, bronze. So it was really fun. They're all like, you can look up online. There's all kinds of games. Like, I didn't make this up. There's like, throwing a ball through a wreath, and it's like, who can get the most balls through a wreath? Like, you just kind of make them all Christmas themed and like shoveling cotton balls or snowballs into a bucket with a blindfold on. Or we did who can unwrap a present fastest with oven mitts on, just things like that. There's so many ideas online, but it was such a good time. And we decorated Christmas cookies that same day. And I think we're going to do it
Oh,
again this weekend. So can't recommend it enough.
love.
Yeah.
All right, guys, if you've made it through this episode, we thank you so, so, so much. We want to know what your Christmas traditions are. So let us know in the comment section. Send us a DM. We love when you guys slide into our Between Us Moms Instagram DMs. So do that or TikTok. We're everywhere. We're on YouTube. Please tell your mama friends about the podcast. We are taking a break next week because it's
Christmas.
Christmas. But we'll be back after that. And we love you. We thank you. We appreciate you. Motherhood is a sisterhood. And we'll talk soon. Bye.
Toodles. Merry Christmas.